Hello everyone, today I want to be an interviewer for a while. I'd like to introduce my friends, Tim and Jana. They are an unusual family because both of them are foreigners. Tim is from USA and Jana is from Russia, but they live in Belarus. I suppose you are interested why they made such a decision and what they think about our country. I'm glad they agreed to answer some questions. We will talk in English because Tim and Jana don't speak German. I hope English will be okay for all viewers. So I'm moving on, and that's my first question. Tim, Jana, how long have you been living in Belarus and why did you decide to come here?
I've been here almost a year and I moved to be near my fiance, who's now my wife.
I'm living here already 4th year, and I moved because I wanted something different from Russia, but it's not that easy to move to Europe, so Minsk was my first step.
What had you known about the country before you came the first time?
I had visited once before, but did not know very much about Belarus. I did know that the language was predominantly Russian, so basically I didn't know anything about it.
Same with me, I didn't know a lot. I just know it's similar to Russia. And just before I came here, Google Minsk, and that's all what I knew.
What was your first impression of the country and people?
Since I arrived just before the start of the COVID quarantine situation, I haven't met a lot of people, but I've met Jana's friends and they're very nice. And one of the things I love about Minsk, just being able to get around the city, is very easy because of the metro and buses. And there's so much space between the buildings, unlike American cities, which are normally so crowded in the downtown. So here, just outside of the downtown area, we're 2 stops on the metro, and there's so much space between buildings. It's really amazing for someone used to an American city.
I like country and people since the first day I arrived. I like Belarus. They're more calm, more quiet than Russian, but also they're more polite, which is nice. And of course I like country and Minsk since I live here.
Tim, Jana, and what difficulties have you experienced during living here?
I think one of the biggest difficulties for me is the language and being an introvert. Because I'm shy, when I try to speak Russian, it's often quiet and people have difficulty hearing me.
I don't remember a lot of difficulties. Probably main is job, because when you're foreigner, it's not that easy. Not everybody wants to have foreigner at work. But I'm a photographer, so that makes things more easy for me.
And what language do you use at home or while you are visiting a doctor or you are shopping? And Tim, do you learn Russian?
We normally speak English at home. But of course, if we go out, the predominant language is still Russian. So stores, doctors, whatever, it's need to have Russian language for that, or at least a good translator. But I'm learning Russian, and that helps too.
And he has me like translator. And obviously I speak Russian, so.
Do you like Belarusian cuisine, and what is your favorite dish?
Yeah, I don't really know much about Belarusian cuisine. I know that it's a former Soviet country, that there's cuisines from other parts of Russia that were in here, and one of the favorite dishes is something like khachapuri, but that's Georgian, not Belarusian.
But he tried it in Minsk.
Yeah, tried it in Minsk.
Actually, Russian cuisine and Belarusian pretty similar, but exact from Belarus, I like daraniki. It's dish. It's like pancakes from potato, something like this. And I prefer that with meat inside, but I don't know if it's exactly Belarus or it's just experiments with food.
Okay, and have you traveled around the Belarus? And what is your personal top 5 of must visit or must see in Belarus?
We've only traveled a little bit around Belarus, partly because of the COVID situation. We're not supposed to be traveling anyway with quarantine. But we've been to Gomel, took a train to Gomel, and we've also took a car to Grodno, and we saw some of the castles, like Lida Castle was nice. I'd like to go see some of the other castles, but we haven't had a chance to yet.
I'm also sad go meeting with him in Grodno, Lida Castle. I also saw a couple other castles, which is nice too. I think it's visit card of Belarus, because I don't have it in Russia, at least in my area. 5 places, my guess it's nature. Here's a lot of nature, as we said, a lot of castles. Couple cities, Minsk, Grodno, Brest. Here's a lot of interesting, pretty lakes.
Is there a difference between Belarus and Russia, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think there's a little difference between Belarus and Russia. For one, Belarus is a lot smaller, and there's only the one large city, Minsk, in Belarus. But I've also been to Russia in Moscow and St. Petersburg in the north, and then you've got so much more space land-wise, and then there's cities along the coast, along Gelendzhik or Novorossiysk on the south of the Black Sea. So you've got the waterfront that you don't have in Belarus.
So yeah, size is different, as you said before, people different, and I would say Belarus is more clean as for me. Here's more order and people respect rules, which is they don't do in Russia. But in Russia, more place to see.
What do or don't you like most in the country?
There's not really much that I don't like about Belarus, but there's several things that I do like. Yeah, it's the difference though between the way people act. They don't smile as much here. They're more serious than in America, but they're still friendly when you talk to them. And also love the cost of living here is a fraction of what it is in America.
It's hard for me to say something what I don't like. There's just difference, like I said before, different people, different culture. Maybe they not so much fun because they're more quiet, more serious sometimes, but you get used to that, and also you affect on them. With you, they become more funny. But there's a good thing about it. Their culture more honest, more helpful. For example, several days ago, we lost his passport, and somebody just found it and bring it to us, to our apartment. It's probably that won't happen in Russia.
Which Belarusian souvenirs would you like to bring your family or friends?
I don't have any specific souvenirs or gifts to take back to America from Belarus, but then I haven't looked for those yet either.
I don't know about souvenirs, but when I go to Russia, I bring to my family condensed milk. It's tasty here, and also dessert. It's called syrok, and it's some small cheesecake and chocolate. It's common.
It's very tasty.
It's tasty and common in Russia and here, but here they more quality because here is more government standards, more height than Russia. So my family really like them.
Team, Jana, thanks a lot for this interview. I hope it was interesting for you, my dear followers. I'm waiting for your comments and feedback. Bye!